quick one. I was staring at some people. I'm always observing people if you watch me the first time. Anyway, that I'm doing this for a living. I extract knowledge from it and I optimize my communication in many forms. Anyway, besides that, I was looking at people sitting in so-called luxury cars and BMW, or let's say normal people cars. The thing is, BMW is a Mercedes, and the thing is, you could see the people inside, and the cars themselves, lease cars. And the thing is that it's all great, you fool the world a little bit, you know. That's what I also say about that kind of stuff, you know. If you buy such cars, then pay cash, because you build the character along the way. And why do I say this? Actually, because these people were sitting in those cars, acting a little bit, I don't know what, trying to fool the world. But then a woman passed by to ask for some money. 3 cars, and all 3 in so-called luxury cars, you know, they all moved a little bit forward, just not to interact with the woman. I think that's, in my opinion, that is a very lousy, I don't know what, lousy behavior. And if you try to fool the world, getting a lease car, you know, extend, I don't know what, your job hours or whatever, because this is what I'm always saying, you can, of course, get more assets, but a lot of people do not understand the real price that they pay. What do you pay? You gain something very fast, but in the meantime, you know, you have to deliver or waste more of your time on the job that you do have. Or, you know, when I speak about self-employed people, straight away a lease car, who is your master? The bank? Because you took an extra, I don't know what, for your bullshit self-employment business model. And I'm speaking like this because I'm trying to make people aware of stuff. And it's never to talk down on people, but you know, if you open a little bit your eyes, we live in an era that things can be avoided and people can actually live way much more free than they think. See, I live a life of real freedom, which means I'm doing everything from the phone in multiple countries, multiple projects, and I'm dealing with a lot of people from different categories, age categories, all over the planet. Anyway, besides that, the thing is, you know, what I always try to make people aware of, build character, you know, look a little bit for the challenges. Look for the challenges. Make it easy. Lease a car and get the money from the bank. You didn't have to do anything for the bank. The only thing that you have to do is deliver your freedom. If that's worth showing off a little bit to the neighbors or whatever. And that's also what I say, you know, if you striving or, you know, aiming to buy a BMW or a Mercedes, come on, you know, you see, those are grocery cars in many countries. So anyway, besides that, what I always hammer on, try to build a little bit character, because you know, these people, 3 cars, 2 Mercedes and 1 BMW, try to act a little bit possy, but avoid a woman who is asking a little bit for money. Give her at least 1 or 2 euros, but no, they moved a little bit forward, so they didn't even have to interact with the woman. You know, there's something not in balance, right? Are you a gang member? No. If you look at my videos, then you would notice that my purpose on this planet is totally different than acting like a gang member. Yeah. Anyway, no, I'm not. And don't be scared. Look at my content. I got a few thousand videos that probably shows you that I'm not a gang member, and I'm totally not in a negativity part operating. I'm not looking down on those people, not at all. Somebody else says hi. Hi. What was I? I was speaking about, you know, don't try to fool the world with wearing all kind of brand clothing, cars that you actually don't need, only to show off to your local people, you know, who are Yes, I'm in Bulgaria. At the moment I am. Maybe I'm going back to Malta for a few months, but not sure. I love Bulgaria. That's why I'm over here. I don't have to be anywhere. I just love Bulgaria. I'm already 17 years ago I came for the first time in Bulgaria. Now I'm back actually for 3 years already. I didn't leave Sofia. I love Sofia actually. I lived also in Plovdiv. I lived in Sinamorac. But Sofia is for me like Disneyland. Sofia is really like Disneyland for me. Don't ask why. Now I'm 47. I'm taking it pretty easy, but not really easy, but not easy at all. I mean, I got other priorities. But yeah, now I'm in Bulgaria. I want to enjoy the summer, and then I'm probably going for a few months. Maybe Malta again. Back to Malta. But let's see how it goes. Oh, great, thank you very much. Username that I Pstiska. See, that is also something. The first 2 weeks here in Bulgaria, that was 17 years ago, I learned straight away Cyrillic. But the thing is, when I read normal letters, then I don't know what people actually mean anymore. Anyway, totally irrelevant. Thank you. I am now around Holy Trinity Park, where my Airbnb is, and it's actually freakishly busy. I came from the Rakovsky Stadium, doing a calisthenics session, also with some other people I trained in another place. Now I'm starving and I'm going back to the Airbnb. Oi. Luck. Oh, Sofia for 7 years. I think at the moment I'm doing a total of 10 at the moment. And then I love Sofia. It's like Disney World for me. But anyway, total different story. I live in Sofia for 7 years. So where are you from? Somewhere from the north, or maybe from the seaside. I lived also for 6 months in Sinamorac. Maybe 3 months in Plovdiv. Before I went to Malta, we lived in Sinamorac. Yeah, but Bulgaria, well, where in Bulgaria? I visited most of the cities and most of the villages except Varna. Maybe this year I will go to Varna just to go a little bit nuts and then go back to Sofia. But let's see. Oh, born in Scotland. You also got a Scottish accent. I know a lot of people from Scotland. I speak with a lot of people from pretty much all over the planet. Pretty much every single day, 18 hours a day. So I communicate for a living. I optimize other people their communication so they live a better life, produce more from the assets that they actually do have and that they're running. But I don't want to make this talk about business wise and that kind of stuff. It was more about, I started this Bulgaria, Sofia, Ivan Vazov. Oh, Ivan Vazov? That is around the Rakovsky Stadium, right? Or not? Am I wrong over here? Rakovsky Stadium, I came for the first time over there 17 years ago. Ivan Vazov. But that is around the Rakovsky Stadium, right? Sometimes also. Oh yeah, I'm 4 times a week around in the Rakovsky Stadium. Now maybe 3 times. Go to Knazevo, Mladost, Lulin, a lot around Sveta Trojica, Krasnopolyana, the front of Ivan Vazov. Mm. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm over here. Not the back. Mm. The front of Ivan Vazov. Oh yeah, okay. I actually, oh yeah, I think I already said this. I came today from the Rakovsky Stadium. Now I came from Krasnopolyana. Now I'm over here, going to eat, I think. But this whole live stream, I actually just noticed one thing, you know, people acting pussy in their lease cars and cannot give 1 or 2 euros to the homeless woman that asks for a few euros. Then I think things are a little bit out of balance. Yes, okay. Ciao for now. If you ever go to train to the Rakovsky, you know, I chat with a lot of Krasnoselo. Yeah, I lived around Krasnoselo for 3 years. Krasnoselo, I'm pretty much 3 times a week also over there. I'm constantly all over Sofia. If you ever want to train, just hit me up on Instagram. I talk with a lot of people. Ciao for now. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this because I am starving, and it's also so incredibly busy. I never want to put other people on the camera. You know, I'm not like those disaster vloggers that put other people on cameras just to get the views. It is ridiculously busy everywhere, the whole day. Not complaining, just sharing. Da, lekker večer. Lekker večer. Dober ciao. Ciao for now. Okay, I'm gonna close this live stream. I want to drop a little bit, a quick one. The people really start thinking about their own behavior, the assets that they have to obtain, maybe to show off. I think in general you need to obtain things. See, I'm not, I also used to buy cars and that kind of stuff. I'm 47, constantly pretty much on the move. And I want to start flying again, but like I said, I want to spend the summer here in Bulgaria. Anyway, let's cut it. Ciao for now.